discuss about operation amplifier, and we know that an operational amplifier is a direct coupled high gain amplifier, generally consisting of one or more differential amplifier. The operational amplifier is a versatile device that can be used to amplify DC as well as AC AC input signal. It means that it can be amplify the signals having frequency ranges from 0 hertz to 1 megahertz. The operation amplifier was designed to perform mathematical operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, or integration. An operation amplifier is available as a single integrated circuit made by the large number of transistors, resistors, or capacitors. Now let us discuss the block diagram of a typical operational amplifier. Basically, there are four stages in a typical operation amplifier, and you will see that this is our input stage, this is intermediate stage, this is level shifting stage, and this is output stage. This terminal is non-inverting terminal, while this is inverting terminal, and this input stage, this is a dual input balanced output differential amplifier, and this intermediate stage is dual input unbalanced output differential amplifier. This level shifting stage, such as emitter follower using a constant current source, and this output stage is the complementary symmetry push pull amplifier. Here we will get output. Now let us discuss these four stages one by one. First, let us discuss input stage. This input stage is the dual input balanced output differential amplifier. This stage generally provides most of the voltage gain of the amplifier and also establishes the input resistance of the operational amplifier. This stage gives the input resistance basically in the operational amplifier. Now, intermediate stage. This intermediate stage is usually another differential amplifier which is driven by the output of the first stage. In most of the amplifiers, the intermediate stage is dual input, unbalanced, single-ended output. Because direct coupling is used here, the DC voltage at the output of the intermediate stage is well above ground level. Now, level shifting stage. This level shifting stage is used after intermediate stage to shift the DC level at the output of the intermediate stage downward to 0 volts with respect to the ground. In this stage, emitter follower is used as a constant current source. Now, this is the output stage. Final stage, output stage. This is the final stage which usually consists of a push-pull complementary amplifier. The output stage increases the output voltage swing and raises the current supplying capacitor of the operational amplifier. A good output stage also provides low output resistance to the operational amplifier. So this was about operation amplifier, basic idea about the operation amplifier, and we have discussed four different stages of operational amplifier. Now, circuit diagram or circuit symbol of operational amplifier. Circuit symbol. Of op-amp. Let us draw the circuit symbol of operation amplifier. This is VO output. This is terminal number 2, terminal number 3. This is plus, this is minus, this is 6. This is non-inverting input. Non-inverting input. V1. Here this is V2. Inverting input. Inverting input. This is number 1.1. This is 5. This is 4. This is minus V. And terminal number 7 plus V. This is basically offset null. What is offset null? We will discuss after some time. Offset null. This is the circuit diagram or circuit symbol of operation amplifier. Now from this symbol, we can conclude some important points about the operation amplifier. First point, the operation amplifier is provided with two input terminals. There are two input terminals. One of the terminals labeled positive is known as non-inverting input terminal. The word inverting means that if a signal is applied to the inverting terminal of the operation amplifier, it appears at the output with a phase difference of 180 degree. There will be 180 degree phase shift or opposite polarity, means it will it will cause a 180 degree phase shift. Clear? Now third, the another input terminal labeled as negative is known as inverting input terminal. The word this is inverting. So inverting will invert the signal. This non-inverting will not invert the signal. Invert means this will create a 180 degree phase shift. Means we can say that this positive labeled positive, this is non-inverting level. So this it will not invert the signal, but this will invert the signal. यदि हम यहाँ पर कोई सिग्नल लगाते हैं तो इट विल इन्वर्ट, मींस 180 डिग्री का फेज डिफरेंस क्रिएट कर देगा, अपोजिट पोलरिटी दे देगा. और नॉन इन्वर्टिंग मींस इट विल नॉट इन्वर्ट, जो there will be no phase difference between input and output. The operation amplifier amplifies the difference between the voltages applied at the non-inverting input and inverting input. इसको ये amplify करेगा, जो difference इनका आएगा यहाँ पर. And in this figure we can see that V1 is the voltage applied at the non-inverting input and V2 at the inverting input. Clear? The difference between these two voltage will be V1 difference V2 or V1 minus V2. This is the difference between these two voltage. So this acts as an input to the operation amplifier. This input difference voltage is denoted as VID. VID. I means input, D for difference. V1 minus V2. The gain of operation amplifier will be gain A equal to output upon input, VO upon V input equal to VO upon V1 minus V2. Or you can say VO equal to A times VID. Output will be A times VID. The output voltage is directly proportional to the algebraic difference between the two input voltages, A V1 minus V2, or VO directly proportional to V1 minus V2 or V1 difference V2. So this output voltage is directly proportional to the algebraic difference between the two input voltages. Hence, operational amplifier amplifies the difference between the two input voltages. It does not amplify the input voltages themselves. We can conclude fifth point, gain A is called, this gain A is called open loop gain of the operational amplifier, because there is an open loop between input and output. You will see the diagram. There is a open loop between input and output. That's why open loop gain. In other words, there is no feedback connection or closed loop between the input and output. Sixth point, if there is a feedback connection or closed loop between input and output, then the gain of the operation amplifier is called closed loop gain or gain with feedback or gain with feedback. And 7 point, the value of open loop gain A is very large for operational amplifier. So these were some important points that are taken from the circuit symbol of the operational amplifier. So basically there are two terminals, inverting and non-inverting. If we apply a signal at inverting input, then it will invert the output. Means there will be a phase difference of 180 degree between output and input. Output and input. If a signal is applied at non-inverting input, so there will be no inversion, there will be no phase shifting between output and input. There will be no phase difference. Okay, means there will be zero phase difference between output and input. Now, the ideal operation amplifier, this ideal operation amplifier has some properties, characteristics. Let us discuss those characteristics. An ideal operation amplifier should have some important characteristics or properties. One, there is infinite voltage gain. Ideal, we are discussing about ideal condition. Ideal op-amp, infinite voltage gain. Second, infinite input resistance means RIN. IN means input. This is infinite. Third, zero output resistance equal to zero. Fourth, zero output voltage when input voltage is zero. Zero output voltage when input voltage is zero. Input voltage is zero. And the fifth property, infinite bandwidth. Infinite bandwidth, so that any frequency signal from 0 to infinite hertz can be amplified without attenuation. Sixth property, infinite CMRR. What is CMRR? we will discuss after some time. Common mode rejection ratio, this is the full form of CMRR, so that the output common mode noise voltage is 0. Seventh property, infinite slew rate, so that the output voltage changes occur simultaneously with input voltage changes. Eighth, offset voltage and offset current 0. What is offset voltage, what is offset current, what is CMRR, what is slew rate? So we will discuss after some time. Now, for an ideal operational amplifier, the voltage gain and output, the input impedance both are infinite. Means voltage gain is infinite, input impedance is infinite. Since the input impedance is infinite, it means current into the operational amplifier is 0. If resistance is infinite, impedance means resistance. If impedance is infinite, means there will be no current. It means current into the operational amplifier is 0. Moreover, infinite gain means that V input Vi is also 0. For Vi to be 0, inverting and non-inverting terminals are at the same potential. Inverting and non-inverting terminals will be at the same potential. Therefore, potential difference will be 0. Vi will be 0. Now, let us discuss AC equivalent circuit of an ideal operational amplifier. AC equivalent circuit. AC equivalent circuit of an ideal op-amp. In order to draw the AC equivalent circuit of the operational amplifier, first of all, consider some important characteristics, ideal important characteristics. Number one, the ideal operational amplifier is not supposed to draw any input current because the input resistance is infinite. Input resistance is infinite. It means there will be no input current. We know V equal to IR, a common formula, general formula, impedance formula. I equal to V upon R. V upon, since R equal to infinite, it will be 0. It means there will be no current. Hence, infinite resistance or 0 current means there is an open circuit between the two terminals. Second, for an ideal operational amplifier, the output resistance RO is 0. It means that the output voltage VO is not dependent on the load resistance connected across the output. Since output resistance R0 is 0, it is replaced by a short circuit in the output portion of the equivalent circuit. With the help of these two ideal characteristics, the equivalent circuit of an ideal operation amplifier uh, can be shown as this is, दोनों सर्किट हम साथ साथ लेकर चलेंगे. ऑपरेशन एम्पलीफायर आउटपुट VO equal to A VID. Their terminals. This is non-inverting with plus, minus means inverting terminal. This is inverting terminal. This is non-inverting terminal. V1, input voltage V2, current I1 equal to 0, I2 equal to 0. यहाँ से देखा हमने, because there is no current, because input resistance is infinite. Gain is A this is plus V, this is minus V. This is the symbol of ideal operation amplifier. Now the equivalent, AC equivalent of this ideal amplifier will be using these two characteristics. Can we draw as this is R1, or you can say RI, I for input, V input, this is output resistance RO, here will be output voltage, and this is AV gain multiplied by VIN, is the output voltage. This is the equivalent circuit of the uh, ideal operation amplifier. These are for the practical application, practical purposes. Now, for the use of operation amplifier in practical circuits, the electrical representation of equivalent circuit is done in the following manner: that VO equal to AV, V input, VR, V output. This is the output voltage. And VIN is the input voltage. Now, if we consider ideal case of the operational amplifier, then input resistance in ideal condition infinite, output resistance in ideal condition 0. Therefore, the equivalent circuit in this ideal case is shown in this figure. Means this part will be removed. इस पार्ट को रिमूव कर दिया जाएगा बिकॉज आर आई इज इनफाइनाइट. ठीक है, तो ये हम हटा देते हैं. यहाँ पे ये बन जाएगा हमारा सिंपली ए वी वी आई एन वी ओ वी आई एन. This is equivalent circuit for the ideal case. Now, ideal voltage transfer curve. What is ideal voltage transfer curve? So let us discuss ideal voltage transfer curve. Ideal voltage transfer curve. A pictorial representation which shows the input output voltage waveform is referred to as voltage transfer curve when this analysis involves ideal operation amplifier. For an operation amplifier, we know that V output equal to gain times V ID. Input D for difference V1 minus V2 equal to A V1 minus V2. Now, ideally, it is assumed that for negligible input conditions, the output of an operation amplifier is infinite. But in general, as the operation amplifier is made up of transistors and eventually they go to the saturation states, and thus any input applied to the terminals of the operation amplifier will give either positive saturation or negative saturation, as shown in this figure. This is output, V out. Here this is V ID. and this is negative saturation voltage, negative saturation voltage minus V sat, it is less than V, and this is positive saturation voltage, positive saturation voltage plus V sat less than V. This is the slope A. So this is the transfer curve. Now let us discuss operational amplifier configurations. Configurations of operational amplifier. So basically there are two types of configuration for operational amplifier connections. One, open loop configuration. Second, closed loop. Configuration. Now let us discuss open loop configuration. The open loop configurations, there is no connection or feedback from output to input. Means output and input are open. There is no connection, no resistance, no feedback between output and input. This configuration works as a very high gain amplifier. These configurations are further divided into two classes: non-inverting amplifier and inverting amplifier and differential amplifier. So this gain, open loop configuration is divided in three categories. One, non-inverting amplifier. Second, inverting amplifier. Third, differential amplifier. And closed loop configuration. So an open loop operation amplifier cannot be used in linear applications. However, the operation amplifier can be effectively used in linear applications by introducing feedback. Here feedback means that a portion of the output is applied to the input again. Let us see the diagram. Here will be output and some portion of output is introduced in the input again. This is closed loop. And if the signal feedback is out of phase by 180 degree with respect to the input, then the feedback is known as negative feedback. If there is a 180 degree phase difference between output and input, so this is negative feedback. Like if a signal feedback is output of phase by 180 degree with respect to the input, so this is feedback is known as negative feedback. While if the signal feedback is in phase with that at the input, then the feedback is known as positive feedback. An operation amplifier that uses feedback is known as closed loop amplifier. The most widely used closed loop configurations are closed loop configurations, inverting and non-inverting. Inverting amplifier and non-inverting amplifier. They are the most widely used closed loop configurations. Now let us discuss inverting amplifier. Inverting amplifier. Inverting amplifier, non-inverting amplifier. These are very important amplifiers. We will discuss these two in next lecture.